These are my best of the best that 2026 has had on offer so far this quarter. We'll do another one next quarter and so on until the end of the year, where we do the best of the entire of 2026. So I have skincare, I have makeup, I've got loads of good stuff to talk about in this video. I'm really quite excited, so we're gonna get straight on with it. Let's cover skincare first, and this is gonna be quite a long video, so bear with. Please do make sure you have some sustenance next to you so that you are able to get through the entire lot. So we're gonna do skincare first, then move on to makeup. Some of these products I've mentioned before on my channel, others I've just been trying in the background and I've just been wowed by them. This first product is no exception. Now, I've not mentioned this yet because I've not been doing favorites videos, but this, honestly, I am so excited about this, and I think you should be too. These are from Glow Recipe. Now, I have all three of these, but you can buy them individually. So we've got the Glow Recipe Vitamin C Brightening Pads. Then we've got the PDRN Plus Repair and Soothe Toner Pads. Then we've got the LHA plus AHA exfoliating toner pads. Now, my favourites of these, if you don't want to buy all three, which, you know, pricey, understand, the LHA and PHA toning pads, absolutely divine. My skin sings the day after using this, and it just gives you that really hydrated, nourished and smooth look to the skin. Absolutely glorious. Plus the PDRN ones. I really love this one. I can give or take the vitamin C, but at the moment I'm using something else for brightening, so that's not really on my radar. So yeah, these two are definitely my favorites. So let me show you the size of these and why I love them so much. So you stick these on the skin wherever you need to exfoliate, to brighten, to tighten, all that sort of stuff. So you can use more than one on the face at the time, as long as you've just got one in one particular section. So I like to use the LHA plus PHA exfoliating pads all in one go, and then maybe the day after the PDRN, I'll use that the day after, but you can use them at the same time in different parts of the face. So these you leave on for 15 minutes like a mask, a little bit like a sheet mask, and then you smooth and wipe the residue all over the skin, down the neck. Absolutely beautiful products. There is nothing I don't like about these. Zero. I just think they are beautiful. I am a big fan of Glow Recipe anyway, or at least a lot of their products. Obviously, all of them aren't going to be for me, but these ones definitely are. Talking about hyperpigmentation with the vitamin C pads, I've been using a different serum. Now, I came to the end of my Trini London, what is it called? My Trini London Naked Ambition. What just fell off? I have no idea. Naked Ambition, absolutely loved it. I very rarely come to the end of a product, and this one completely drained. So I thought, instead of buying another one, which I was definitely tempted to do, I'd try something else. Now, Caroline Hirons started her own brand in 2025, was it? It's called Skin Rocks, and this is one of the Skin Rocks products. This is the Hyperpigmentation Serum. It's a face serum. It is really lightweight. It is practically weightless on the skin. It feels lush, really, really beautiful, and this is going to be great for anybody with hyperpigmentation, especially the hyperpigmentation from trauma. So any sort of spot that you've had that is now a red or a brown mark, great for those. Sunspots, great for those as well. But I've been seeing marked improvement in my skin with this particular serum, and yeah, absolutely loving it. 30 mils worth of product in here. I think it is worth every single penny. I am a little bit confused why there are so many hyperpigmentation serums being released as we're getting towards summer, because for me, if you're wanting to reduce hyperpigmentation, The best time to do it, I mean, is all year round, but the best time if you really want to target that hyperpigmentation is doing it through autumn and winter. When your skin isn't getting a lot of sun damage, you can really target that hyperpigmentation and really loosen it off and wipe it out and just make your skin glow much more evenly. I mean, I use this in the spring and summer months as well, but the time when you're going to get the most benefit from it is in the autumn and winter, so just bear that in mind. We can't talk about skincare without talking about the rice lipids plus ectoin micro emulsion. I have spoken about this so many times this year already, so it would be very strange if this didn't appear in this video. This is a moisturizer, so you do, even though it's very, very serum-like, you actually apply this at the end of your skincare routine just before SPF in the morning or right at the end if you're using this in the evening. It's so lightweight. If you have a teenager that is wanting a moisturizer but is easily broken out, their skin is very sensitive, this obviously doesn't have any sort of fragrance in here, and it's going to give you the hydration and nourishment that you need without weighing down the skin and suffocating the skin in any way whatsoever. So I love it. I think it's superb. It makes my skin feel so silky soft. A bit of a new product on the block for me. I haven't tried this before. I don't actually know if this is a new release or whether it's just new to me. This is from Medik8 and it's the niacinamide peptides. This is for really balancing the skin because niacinamide is great at balancing the production of oils within the skin. So it's also great at pore refining. If you have a lot of texture on your skin, niacinamide is absolutely phenomenal for texture. And this also has peptides in here. So again, an anti-aging ingredient. It's going to refine fine lines, wrinkles, and also hydrate the skin as well. The serum-like milky fluid is stunning. It sinks into the skin so beautifully, gives you that glow from within sort of look, just a very fresh, very youthful look to the skin once this has been applied, and it doesn't go sticky or a little bit on the tacky side. Once this is in, once it's dried down, you're not going to feel it again, other than that lovely hydrated feeling that, I mean, I absolutely love. I don't know about you, but I love it. So yeah, this is a definite winner for me from 2026 so far. Another winner in 2026 is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Meltdown Recovery Cream. I love this product. Now, there are other moisturizers out there, and I always say to people that if you're wanting to save money in any area whatsoever, a moisturizer is probably the area that you're going to save the most, as well as a cleanser, because you can get some great affordable cleansers. So if you don't have the money to spend and you're not a big fan of Kiehl's, this isn't going to be for you. This feels like a really rich and nourishing cream. It feels when you first touch it that it's going to be quite heavy, but it is anything but. This is ultra nourishing, ultra hydrating. It's a really beautiful recovery cream, but it feels super lightweight. It feels very gel-like, very just weightless in the weight department, and yeah, I just love it. If you haven't tried it already, Kiehl's as a brand, if you have one near to your house, they're very good at giving samples away or letting you try them before you buy. I love this. So many oils within this formula, but you wouldn't know with the weight of it. It's just glorious. A week or so ago, I did a full face of brand new makeup, and I included a barrier cream right at the very beginning before I applied any of my products because my skin was super sensitive that day, and that barrier cream was extortionately priced. And I did say, unless you have money to burn, don't even consider clicking on the link because it was super pricey. I do have an alternative for you though if you're wanting to really perk up your skin barrier. If you've used too many actives, if you've been overly aggressive with an exfoliator, then this is going to be the product for you. This is the Great Barrier Relief from Crave Beauty. I did actually receive a PR package from Crave Beauty, so I didn't buy this with my own money. I didn't even know Crave Beauty existed, to be quite honest. However, although I haven't tried every single one of those products, this jumped out at me, especially with the state of my skin after coming off 2 weeks of foundation trial. So my skin was very aggravated, a little sore, just angry with me in the angriest way. Really wasn't talking to me. And the other night my skin got very tight, very irritated, and I thought, you know, I'm going to sleep with this on and see how it fares. As soon as it hit my skin was soothed immediately. Now, I'm not saying it took everything away straight away, 100%, but it was soothed. The morning after, my skin was a different person altogether. It was talking to me, it wanted to go for a run, it wanted to chat, cup of coffee, bit of cake, you know what I mean? It was rather excited, all down to this product. Now, it is an acquired scent because this has tamanu oil in here, and tamanu oil does have a very distinctive smell to it, but believe me, it's doing your skin such a lot of good. And yeah, I definitely recommend you try it if you suffer with sensitive skin, or you are going on holiday soon and you're going to be in the sun and maybe your skin might get a bit tight, irritated, sunburnt, God forbid. This will sort your skin barrier out overnight, and if you have a weakened or impaired skin barrier, then all your other products that you're applying to your skin are getting out of your skin through the impaired barrier. So if you haven't fixed the skin barrier, your other products aren't going to work as well. So great product to have in your arsenal. Finally, in the skincare category of this video, a few weeks ago I wasn't very complimentary about a deodorant from Soltaire. It was sticky, it just, yeah, it didn't suit me. I didn't like it, I really didn't. But we're not here to talk about the products that we don't like, we're here to talk about the ones that we do. I started trying the Soltaire Nourishing Body Oil, and this was a wow immediately. I mean, you don't need to use this for weeks and weeks on end before you make your decision. If you have really dry skin, this is going to be a savior for your skin. I have quite dry skin on my legs, especially when I've been away on holiday, because, you know, the skin barrier gets impaired, all the hydration sort of floats away into the atmosphere. So you need to look after the skin barrier and you need to add more nourishment and hydration back into the skin. If you have a body cream that is doing the business with the active ingredients that are in there, namely the One Skin body cream that my mum uses, but it's not very hydrating and nourishing, that cream, adding this over the top, boom, it will just punch your skin full of nourishment and hydration, and it also smells divine. I cannot wait to gift some of this to my mum because she loves a beautiful smelling body cream, and this is just, this, a very small amount goes a very long way. Instant hydration, instant nourishment. It doesn't feel overly greasy. Again, you don't need to over apply this, but if you do have dry patches on your skin, whether that be your elbows, your knees, your legs, your arms, your chest, you know, wherever, anywhere on your body, a tiny bit of this, and I have only used it 3 times because that's how good it is. You don't have to use this every single day of the week unless you have super, super dry skin, and then maybe you would want to. But yeah, I've only used it 3 times and I just think it is divine. Just had a little bit of a break to go to the loo because, you know, I was desperate, and I've washed my hands, and realised that I had another product to mention in the skincare category, which was a liquid hand soap. Now, you may not think a liquid hand soap is luxurious in any way, shape or form, but there are some liquid hand soaps that just shout out to me, that want to be bought. We went to a big farmhouse for my mum's 70th birthday. There was a particular hand soap there that was just so beautiful. Had to buy myself some. And then this one as well. Went to a friend's house, had this on my hands, I just thought I need my guests to experience this sort of luxury as well. So I had to buy 2 of these. So we have the verbena one, and then in my bathroom, which I've just used, lavender scent. It's more of a lavender scent in there, but they are so strong and they linger around for a really long time. So if you're wanting to impress your guests, this is going to be for you. I know I'm late to the game. I know this has been around for years and years and years, but L'Occitane hand soap, absolutely beautiful and really does create an impression. I love it. Makeup. Let's start with foundations. I have tried a lot of foundations and I want to mention 3. Only 3, which I think qualify for the best of the best. First up, one that I've reviewed recently. This is from Laura Mercier and it's the Tinted Blur Balm. I adore this. This is in the shade 2, which is the shade that I've settled on. This is heavily used already. You don't get masses of product in here, you get 5 grams worth of product, but I am hoping that this is going to last a considerable amount of time as I've used it loads already. This is my go-to for a quick fix. It feels lovely on the skin, it doesn't feel waxy. It's more of a putty consistency, but a very dry putty consistency. So with some balms, you can get a rather oily look on the surface of the skin. This is not one of those. So if you like to apply a powder product for quickness and ease, you will also like this because it's like applying a powder like the Bare Minerals pressed foundation. This is very similar sort of application method to that one. Just apply it with a brush. You can also apply it with your fingers if you want to and just really tone it down in certain areas. But yeah, I really love this. It doesn't last all day. So when I say it doesn't last all day, this isn't a super long wear formula, something that I would reach for if I was going to an event and I wanted my skin to look perfect. This is one of those products where if I wanted to look natural but a better version of my natural self, this is what I'd reach for. This is the sort of product that teams on the same line as a tinted moisturizer or a light coverage foundation. This is that sort of product, so it lasts the same amount as that sort of product as well. So I would say 5-6 hours, 8 hours max. You could get a good day's wear out of this, but it doesn't look perfect. It does change and get a little bit shinier throughout the day, but nevertheless, love this. Another product that blew me away in 2026, this has been around for a little bit longer. It didn't come out in January, February or March, but the first time I tried it was, I believe, January. I love this. This is from Decipher and it blew my mind because just looking into my laptop in front of a window, so it's natural lighting with no makeup on whatsoever, the AI technology got my skin tone, my skin shade, my undertone 100% spot on and made me a customized formula for just me. So you can pick a matte formula, a glowy formula, you can pick a more natural in the middle sort of formula, you can pick something that's going to last all day, you can have something that's lighter in weight. The proof is there. It is my perfect match. I love it and I reach for this all the time because I don't have to blend it down my neck if I don't want to because it's the perfect shade. So I have 3 different customized formulas in my shade. You can continue to order them once you've done your full AI check. Yeah, I wouldn't be without mine. But I sort of would because my mum has one of my others. She's going to try it and see how it wears on her. This particular one, the one that I'm wearing today, wears all day. It doesn't wear off my chin throughout the day or the end of my nose, which is one of my problem areas. But yeah, I love it. I'm really running out of juice and this excitement's very dehydrating. Last foundation that's going to appear in this video is from NYX. This is a stunning foundation. If you want high coverage that is buildable, if you want a foundation to stay all day, you want something to look beautiful on the skin to perfect absolutely everything. Airbrush, smooth, hydrate, just this is going to be for you. Now, this is a very lightweight formula, but you have to be careful how much you apply to the skin, otherwise it looks like a foundation. This is not one of those products that if you want to look super natural, you would veer towards. This is one of those products that just makes you flawless, and it lasts all day. This is an event foundation, a red carpet foundation on a budget. It is so beautiful. So this looks really small, but if you look at it at the side of the Natasha Denona High Glam foundation, the NYX foundation looks tiny. You get 30 mils in this, you get 30 mils in this as well. Every single penny of the budget has gone into the formula. There are no airs and graces about this product. It's not trying to be something that it's not. It is a great formula. It is worth its weight in gold as far as I'm concerned, and yet it lasts an incredibly long amount of time, but don't over apply it. Word of warning, do definitely not over apply it, because although this feels lightweight, it can look heavy if you over apply. I very rarely fall in love with new brow products because I have my brow routine down to a T, so when I have new brow products to try, I'm sort of like, ugh, I've got to try a new brow product. But I'm so glad I did. Where this particular one is concerned, this is the best brow gel I think I have ever had in my brows. And I've said that before with a product, and then it's gone really discolored and started to, you know, leave a residue. So I've waited until I've tried this numerous times before I've really planted my decision. This stuff is ridiculously good, and the main reason I say that is the hold of this product is superb. It is second to none. The applicator is very, very small, so you can actually get this right into the brow hairs and not have to worry about smooshing it all over the face. And also very, very lightweight, doesn't feel heavy, doesn't feel sticky, doesn't feel gluey on the brows. You can have your brows all fluffed up, or you can stick them back if you want to. Once this is dried down, it is going nowhere. I found it rather a challenge to remove. It definitely needs water to remove this, and it's sturdy once it's applied to the skin, so yeah, it's going nowhere throughout the day, and it's clear, doesn't leave a residue around the brows that need cleaning up straight after you've applied the product. Other products don't stick to it, so when I'm applying my foundation around my brows, it doesn't stick to any sort of residue at all. Love it. Let's talk eyeshadow. I haven't been overly wowed about any eyeshadow that I've tried in 2026 so far. At least I don't think I have, and I've been through everything and tried to find something that wowed me. I can tell you though, the one that has, I wouldn't say wowed me, but the one that has impressed me the most is the one that I have on today, which is a very champagne-y sort of look. It's got a matte cream shadow, then you've got a sparkly champagne, and then more of a metallic dusty brown, which is a neutral brown, absolutely stunning sort of colour. And this trio, you can take this away with you so easily. It's very robust, it's really easy to travel with. The matte is a little bit powdery, so you are going to get some kickback in the pan. The champagne colour is really nice. It does stick to the eyelid. I like to mix it with a little bit of the cream to soften the sparkle down a little bit. And this dusty brown shade I have in my crease today, it is just out of this world beautiful. I think the reason that I like this palette isn't because of the quality of the shadows, even though the quality of the shadows are very nice. I think it's the tones in this palette and the fact that they suit me that I really do like this, and that I keep gravitating towards it. So although there's nothing massively special with this, and this is the Morphe Champagne on Tap eyeshadow trio, it's affordable. It creates a great look. No, there aren't loads of different options you can create with just 3 shadows, but it's travel friendly, it's robust. I mean, what more could you want other than another 10 shades? Concealers. I have two standout concealers from January, February and March. The first one is the Prada concealer. I'm not quite sure what the full name of this is. I think it's just Prada Conceal. How unique. Anyway, this is such a beautiful concealer. I like the fact that this is a medium to full coverage. I like the fact that this is slightly light reflectional, so it will aid that coverage with the light reflection. It will give you the impression that it's covering more than it possibly is. I really love this. I love the creaminess of it. It doesn't dry my under eyes out at all. It spreads a long way. A little goes a long way. I just think it is superb. Has this taken over from my Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer? I think I use the two of them equally now. So it depends on what I'm doing throughout the day, which one I use. And sometimes I will use a tiny weeny bit of the Estee Lauder, and then just over my dark circles, I'll apply a tiny bit of the Prada, which may be a bit of overkill for everybody, but that is sometimes how I use it. That's definitely how I've used it today. But yeah, really, really like this. If you're looking for a more affordable option, then the Maybelline Lifter Concealer has not disappointed. This gives coverage in the masses. You may find this a little bit drying if you over apply it, and this will crease if you over apply it. The trick to applying this is apply the tiniest amount to the back of your hand. Do not apply it directly underneath the eye, which you can do with the Prada if you want to, but with this, the applicator is really quite large, unnecessarily large, I would say, but again, the whole budget has gone to the formula, not the packaging, not the application tools. So yeah, apply the tiniest amount to the back of your hand, and then either use a tiny bit on your finger and just keep pressing any excess off before you go under the eye, or use the finest bristles of a brush and just coat the very ends of the bristles and then go in underneath the eye. So there is a knack to this, and I've seen some people apply this in the scariest of fashions and then complain throughout the day because this is creased or it looks cakey or it looks heavy. It's gonna do all those three things if you apply it excessively. And a normal amount of concealer is excessive for this product. Again, that means this is going to last you a really long time, so you're getting even more value for your money. The shade range isn't amazing. I have the shade 30, which is slightly warmer but more my skin tone. I also have the shade 25. I do have shade 25, and I think I had the shade 10 as well, which has been given away to somebody because it's way too light. So the shade 25 and 30 are my shades. Again, depending on what I'm doing and what I'm wearing throughout the day. One's a slightly pinkier tone, one is a slightly warmer undertone. So pick whichever one is going to be right for you. I love these. Super coverage, super. Another product from Morphe. This was a dupe for my all-time favourite Rare Beauty cream bronzer, which I have gone through probably 3 of already, and I'm coming to the end of the 3rd. In the video that I tried this product in, I did say, will I be buying another one of the Rare Beauty, or will I just stock up on some more of these? These are the Morphe Sudden Heat Creamy Bronzer Sticks. This is so nice, and I will not be buying any more of the Rare Beauty bronzing stick. I will be using this one. It's very, very similar on shade, side by side. You can't tell the difference. This is a dry cream formula. It's not an oily finish. It doesn't give you that shine to the surface of the skin once you've applied this, so it's going to keep your makeup looking exactly the same. This isn't going to change it in any way, make it shinier or make it more matte. I love that about this, and it blends like a dream. I know some people are frightened of liquid or cream products because they can be difficult to blend. You do not need to be afraid of this one. It is gorgeous. I also have another one that I'm trialing out at the moment, which I will talk about in a future video, not in this one, but it is also affordable and it's fabulous. It's absolutely fab. Moving on to blush. Now this section of this sort of video is usually half an hour long, but it's not going to be because I only have one blush that I've tried in January, February or March that completely blew my socks off. So we're just going to talk about the one. This is from Benefit. Now I think Benefit have had a little bit of a resurgence. I'm not quite sure if they have somebody new in the building that is developing their products, but instead of being more of a teenage brand and being targeted at just people that want their brows doing, they've just really grown into a brand that is superb with some amazing products. This is one of them. It's again from Benefit and it's the Playdays Airy Liquid Blush in the shade Apricotta. Now there are several of these shades to choose from and they are not going to completely frighten you to the core with the amount of pigment that these have. This is one of those liquid blushes that isn't overly pigmented. It is going to give you that lit from within, that lovely glow, that lovely freshness, but it's not going to dry your skin, it's not going to be difficult to blend, and it's also not going to create an Aunt Sally sort of look. I tend to put around about 6 dots on my face to get this level of flush. I'll start off with 3 dots directly to the skin, which again is very rare for me. Usually I apply it on the back of my hand and then go into the face, but with this you can apply directly to the skin. So usually 3 dots on the skin and then blend it out, stipple it out with a brush. So easy, so quick, effortless to blend out. You don't get any stripiness at all with this product. And then if you want to build it up a little bit more, because you know I do like a bit of blush, then I add another 3. It's hydrating, it's nourishing, it's non-drying, it's beautiful. Again, blends out like an absolute dream. I would recommend this to absolutely everybody. Find your shade and you are onto a winner. Finishing off with lipsticks. My favorite of the last 3 months has to go to the YSL, what is it actually called? Love Nude Lip Blusher. I adore this. I cannot speak highly enough of this. Credit where credit is due. This is a beautiful, matte, creamy, hydrating, soft lipstick that lasts. I mean, it's not going to last you all day without having to reapply. It's not one of those, but it's non-drying for a matte lipstick and it doesn't congeal and create that horrible congealed line that separates the outer body to the inner body of the lip. I love this. There are lots of different shades. I've already ordered a couple of others. That's how much I love this. It is rather pricey and usually I would tell people to steer away from really expensive lipsticks, but oh my goodness, this is a good one. This is a really beautiful one. Now, if you don't have the budget for YSL, there is something very, very similar that has come out on the market. I'm not quite sure when, but I tried it in I think it was a video where I was trying on lots of new makeup, maybe all affordable makeup. Really, really liked it. Now, the shade range of this isn't as good, in my opinion, as the YSL, but the formula is very, very similar. It's just gorgeous. And they have more pinky shades in the Mellow Blur from Max Factor. I have the shade 020 Raspberry Rush. It's just beautiful. Very similar to this. It is matte, but it is creamy, it is soft, it is hydrating and nourishing, and it does not create that horrible congealed line, which really offends me. Really, really offends me. What doesn't actually offend me? I have so many pet peeves. Maybe me and my mum will sit on the sofa one day and film a whole video of our pet peeves. Do you want to see that? Do let me know, because that would be a joy to film. Just get it off my chest. And finally, another affordable lipstick We're going to e.l.f. This is the Glow Reviver Slipstick. I adore this. I'm not keen on the scent of this, the flavour of this. It's like, it's another Malibu and pineapple sort of fragrance. There are others that are overly pungent and just make me feel ill, but this one I can cope with, and it is so luxurious. If it wasn't for e.l.f. on this packaging, I would not know that this was an affordable product. The feel of this, the formula, the slick on the lips, the nourishment, the hydration, the way that this feels, it's very hydrating, but it's not sticky, but it lasts a considerable amount of time for something like this. So if you really like is it the lip shine, the love shine from YSL that hardly lasts any time whatsoever, try this out because I've got a feeling you will really enjoy this as an affordable alternative. You are going to have to keep reapplying this if you eat or drink anything. It does transfer, so it's not one of those super long wearing formulas, but I have 2 shades of this already. I am going to be buying more. The texture, very, very soft, but it is like a lipstick, not like a balm, which I prefer. I want some pigment. This is opacity at a fantastic level for a sort of product that feels like balm. I have no idea how many products I have just talked about, and I have no idea how long this video is actually going to be, but looking at the time it's taken me to film this video, I would consider quite a lot. Quite a long time, but thank you if you got to the end. Every single one of these products had to be mentioned in this video. They all deserve their place. They are exquisite quality, beautiful shades, and I'm not just talking about the luxury products, I'm also talking about the affordable products as well. They just as much deserve to be in this video, and they are just as luxurious and beautiful and just delicious in every way. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be doing another one in around about 3 months' time, so stay tuned for that one. Thank you so much for watching this very, very long video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give this video a share. Hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.